Welcome to the St. Thomas Aquinas College 24th Annual Alumni Hall of Fame celebration. My name is Linda Loray, and I'm Director of Institutional Advancement. On behalf of the Alumni Association, Sterling National Bank, our lead sponsor for tonight's event, the entire STAC community, and of course, our incredible students, we thank you for joining us on this very special evening. Although we could not hold this occasion in person due to the pandemic, it did not deter us from honoring our heroes, the graduates of the School of Education. These outstanding educators persevered in teaching our youth in this extremely challenging time. You'll be hearing from several of our alumni educators later in the program. And there is more. We will present the prestigious Spartan Award to a tremendously deserving individual for her dedication to the college and her students. We are pleased to present this award to Dr. Meenakshi Gajria, Professor of Education and Dean of the School of Education. On a more somber note, Barbara Wallenstein, President of the Alumni Association, will pay tribute to Mr. Kevin Degnan. Kevin, a double alum, former Vice President of Institutional Advancement, and founder of the Hall of Fame event, sadly passed away this past fall. So now, it is time for you to sit back and enjoy the program. Don't forget to view the digital tribute to all past Hall of Fame honorees at the end of the program. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the President of St. Thomas Aquinas College, Mr. Kenneth Daly.
Thank you, Linda, and good evening. It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight hosting my first ever Hall of Fame event. I actually had an opportunity last year to attend the event in person as a guest of my predecessor, Dr. Fitzpatrick, who, as you all know, was completing her amazing 25-year run as the leader of the college. And what I saw that night was the passion that all of our alum have in supporting and serving our students. And you would be so proud of these students this past year. The respect and the resiliency they've demonstrated as we all navigate through the challenges of COVID and social justice and equity issues in our community. And I'm pleased to announce that tonight, all of the proceeds we raise will go directly towards supporting those students when they need it most. Tonight, we will be honoring our alum who serve on the front line as teachers in the classroom and online, helping to educate our next generation of leaders. And we'll be naming a new scholarship, a Spartan Educator Scholarship, in their honor. We're also honoring one of our own, Dr. Gajria, for her lifetime commitment to educating those teachers and giving them the greatest gift of all, the gift of education. Again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I look forward to seeing you here on campus or at a future event in person when it is safe to do so. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tiana Nunez, and I've been able to excel so much here through all my leadership opportunities, being an RA, the orientation coordinator, and the student representative on the Board of Trustees. It's people like you who allow students like me to truly succeed, and I just want to thank all of my coaches, professors, and all the faculty here who have helped me along the way. I hope you know you are truly making a difference.
Thank you, President Daly. I echo your excitement in being here tonight to honor the School of Education alumni, as well as Dr. Gajria. My name is Barbara Wallenstein. I serve the college as the president of the Alumni Board, and I am very happy to be here to join in the Alumni Hall of Fame celebration. This is the 24th year of the Alumni Hall of Fame, and over those years, we have inducted 147 alumni and have presented the Spartan Award to 38 individuals or businesses who support STAC and the mission of the college. St. Thomas Aquinas College Alumni Hall of Fame honorees are alumni who have carried out the motto of our alma mater, enlightening the mind through truth. The Spartan Award recipients are those who have made meaningful and exceptional contributions and have shown a true enlightened spirit to support the college's mission. At this time, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the architects of the Alumni Hall of Fame, and for whom we wouldn't be here tonight or the last 23 years without. Mr. Kevin P. Degnan. Kevin began working at the college in 1997 and retired in 2016. During his time as vice president, he created the Alumni Hall of Fame, for which we are celebrating tonight. Kevin has left a lasting impact on the college, as well as the alumni and the Institutional Advancement Office. The college lost a great man in Kevin when he passed away in October. I want to take this time to remember Kevin and ask each of you who worked with or knew Kevin to keep him in your thoughts tonight as we continue to write his legacy at the college as we celebrate the 24th Annual Alumni Hall of Fame. As we continue with the program, we will now hear from a few of our School of Education alumni.
Hello, my name is Stephen Hancock. I am a graduate of St. Thomas Aquinas College, class of 2008, and currently the proud principal of Ossining High School in Ossining, New York. Here to discuss a little bit about my experiences in St. Thomas Aquinas College and how it prepared me for the endeavor that I'm currently in right now. From the moment that I stepped foot on the STAC campus, I knew that STAC would be the place for me and the place that I would call home for 5 years and the place that I still have a very close connection with. From stepping onto the campus and recognizing the personalized education that I would be receiving with their NCATE accredited education department, I knew that I was going to set myself up for success in the future. I am also the recipient of a scholarship from St. Thomas Aquinas, coming from a household of two very hardworking families who believed in a Catholic education. And I've had the opportunity to attend Catholic school from elementary, secondary, and then college. The Catholic school values defines who I am as a person and as a leader, and continue to guide me throughout life. Having that personalized education at STAC under the leadership of Dr. Gajria, I felt that the college was very up to date with 21st century skills, very deep knowledge around content and pedagogy that was relevant to the students that we're teaching today. And I felt very prepared walking into the classroom in my first job as a teacher, as a social studies teacher, 7th and 8th grade. I felt that St. Thomas Aquinas had appropriately prepared me, that the professors were very knowledgeable, were very relatable, and were able to really talk about firsthand experiences in the educational field. From the moment that you enter into the education program at STAC, you are immediately placed into fieldwork, which I believe really honed in for me the skills that I would eventually need observing other teachers to define who I would eventually become and still am as an educator. Over the last 4 years, I've had the pleasure of serving as Ossining High School's principal, and I often look back to St. Thomas and the skills and knowledge that I learned from the professors and from many other individuals at the college in order to guide the work that I do now. And in any way that I possibly can, I give back to the St. Thomas Aquinas College community and continue to promote and talk about how St. Thomas has impacted me in my life and will continue to do so. As educators, March 13th is a day that's going to live forever in our minds. We were thrust into a situation, into a global pandemic that none of us had been prepared to teach in. It is unlike any other environment that we were ever taught and how to be successful teachers. However, I remembered STAC for being an institution that promotes being lifelong learners. And as educators, we are constantly having to be flexible and adaptable, and that called for nothing less when we were thrust into this pandemic. We adjusted, we adapted, and at times the teachers learn from the students, especially in terms of technology. And we are starting to evolve in education like we've never had to evolve before. So though this has been challenging, though this pandemic has pushed us to our limits, the silver lining for us in education and the work that we've done collectively at Ossining High School is working together to figure out the best way to meet the needs of our students, no matter the challenge placed in front of us, no matter the challenge placed in front of them. And speaks the truth to education. And I think never before are society recognizing the importance of teachers and the work that we actually do, because when we had to shut down our schools in the spring, I think everyone could agree and thank teachers for the work that we do on a daily basis on behalf of their children. Nothing can replace the impact the teacher has on the day-to-day on the life of a child. And I think that's something that during this pandemic has been highlighted and continues to be highlighted, because no matter what, we show up ready for work every single day to continue to shape the future of our world.
I'm Sandra Condon. I graduated from St. Thomas Aquinas College in 1995 from the honors program, and I was an education and a Spanish major. I am completely confident that I experienced nothing but the best education at STAC. It prepared me for all of the adventures and professional opportunities that were to come my way. In 1996, I was hired by Clarkstown Central School District. I taught second grade for a few years. I taught fifth grade for a while. And then in 2011, I was awarded the opportunity to open an early childhood center for the school district. So I've been working as a school administrator now for about a decade. When I look back at my career, I can see how St. Thomas Aquinas College prepared me for the challenges and the opportunities that were to come. The professors that I had were absolutely remarkable. The experiences that I had at the school were tremendous. And I just feel that the support that I got there carried me to where I am today. So I graduated in 1995, but I never really left the school. I was part of the Alumni Association for a really long time, participated in all kinds of events through that organization. And most recently, I helped launch the Early Childhood Certification Extension for St. Thomas Aquinas College as an adjunct professor. And that opportunity was awarded to me by Dr. Gajria. I worked very closely with her and with Dr. Reynolds, and I believe that we collaborated to create a really wonderful opportunity for students in the education program. And what else is really remarkable about St. Thomas Aquinas College is that you have that really strong connection when you leave. And the people are there, the opportunities are there, you can always reach out and reconnect. So there's no doubt in my mind that St. Thomas Aquinas College prepared me so well to be successful in my profession. But enough about me. Tonight is about celebrating and recognizing Dr. Gajria. And I have to say, she is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. She is a brilliant woman, and her commitment to STAC is truly admirable. On a personal note, Dr. Gajria, thank you so much for the confidence that you've always had in me. I really appreciate it. You deserve the Spartan Award. You deserve the recognition and the accolades. And cheers to you. Thank you so much.
My name is Brittany Barrow, and I am a graduate of STAC, class of 2013. And I have been at STAC for a while now because I also work at St. Thomas Aquinas College as a resident life professional. During the day, I am a sixth grade teacher in the East Ramapo Central School District. And while I was at St. Thomas Aquinas College, I received a scholarship from Today's Students, Tomorrow's Teachers. And STAC became my home very quick. It was not my first college choice, but I realized after my freshman year, I was not happy where I was at, and I quickly transferred to STAC, and I was happy ever since I made that change. I was quickly embraced by all of my professors here, and I still have a strong connection with them. And I'm so thankful for that. Even to this day, whenever I see any of them walking around campus, they know me and they've seen my journey from when I came here when I was just 19 years old until now when I'm 30 years old. In addition, when I can't find an answer from any of the resources in my school, I know I can come back to any of my college professors and they answer the question for me very quickly. And I always think, why didn't I just go to this professor first? One of my favorite experiences is with Dr. Gajria. She was probably one of the most influential professors I've had here. Because not only did she teach me how to be a great teacher, she taught me how to be a great teacher of color. And that's something that you just can't get anywhere else. And I appreciate that experience. All of my professors here, especially in the School of Education, taught me, made me a better teacher, made me stronger, and especially they helped me learn how to be a reflective teacher. And that's not something we get everywhere. I'm to this day, after 8 years of teaching, I'm able to finish my lesson and sit down and think, what could I have done better? And not only have I learned how to be a reflective teacher, all of my professors here taught me how to be an apologetic teacher, which means I'm not afraid to tell my students that what I taught them didn't work. So I need to revisit the drawing board and do it again. And not only was that in one of the textbooks that was given to me, I've seen my college professors do that while I was a student at St. Thomas Aquinas College. So this is my home and I love it. And I'm just thankful for everything and all the experiences I was given here.
Well, hello, my name is John Folger. It's an honor to be here at the Alumni Hall of Fame via Zoom, honoring Dr. Gajria. Dr. Gajria, who I still contact every spring trying to recruit teachers from St. Thomas Aquinas College to beautiful South Carolina. So any future teachers that might see this, call me. But I graduated in 2006. In the winter of 2006, walked in 2007, and the education that I received was second to none. I was so prepared to enter the education workforce down in South Carolina after leaving Tappan Zee Elementary after receiving a long-term sub as soon as I graduated. I have taught second, fourth, fifth grades, and then also at the high school level, special ed. And now I'm a high school assistant principal for the last 3 years after serving as an elementary assistant principal for 2 years before that. St. Thomas Aquinas College really did set me up for success under Dr. Gajria's leadership in the education program, or sorry, the education department at the school. I remember her special needs course, the high incidence disabilities class. Even remember her wanting more out of me than I was willing to give at some times, because she knew that there was more there for me to give to her. And that taught me what to do as an educator, was get to know my students and get to know my teachers now to find out what drives them, what motivates them. And that challenge from her made me almost want to just prove that I could meet her expectations. Again, such a head start from St. Thomas Aquinas College, just unbelievable. When I came down, I was teaching teachers in South Carolina that had been teaching for decades things I had learned, but like in Sister Jones' class, learning how to count in base 9, which threw us all for a loop, even the math majors I lived with when I was going to school there. But it taught me to care about the people, get to know them, and really just set me up to want to inspire educators to go into the profession, because it is a noble profession, and I learned all of that by attending St. Thomas Aquinas College. I still try and go back and visit every time I'm up north. And again, you know, I still try and keep in touch because of the impact that Dr. Gajria and the rest of the team had on me while attending the college. So I will leave you with congratulations, Dr. Gajria. Nobody deserves it more than you do. I hope for great things in your future, and I look forward to speaking with you as soon as the pandemic's over and I can start recruiting teachers again. So God bless, and enjoy the evening.
I am Karen Archibald Tessick from the class of 1990. First and foremost, I have to say thank you and congratulations to Dr. Gajria on her award and being included in this video. My journey through St. Thomas Aquinas has prepared me beyond what I even imagined. The teacher ed prep program not only set me up to be successful in the classroom my first couple of years, but the support that I received as an aspiring professional was beyond what I even knew at that moment in 1990, would carry me through in my further studies. I today am serving as the Executive Director of Pupil Personnel for South Orange Town, and I'm still honored to be able to collaborate with St. Thomas Aquinas as an adjunct professor, as well as working with them for student teachers. What St. Thomas did for me was give me an opportunity to not only learn how to become a strong teacher, but a lifelong learner. I knew that I was walking out of their doors with a strong skill set to run a classroom, but I also knew that I was an aspiring leader, and they built that in me. I don't think I always believed that. They built that in me. The staff, at that point in time, I was a math major when not a lot of females were in the field of mathematics, but I had two amazing teachers, Dr. Posner, Dr. Ferraro, who reached out and picked me up and convinced me that I was strong enough to take on this program. And as a result of that, I would say I've been able to do that for other females in mathematics and anybody, that math is not this subject that you can't do. It's just got to be taught to you in a way that you understand it. And I'm extremely grateful for all that they have done, both when I was a student and now as a community partner in really helping all the families of Rockland County and specifically in South Orange Town School District navigate getting help for their students, their summer camps. As I was thinking about today's little intro, I remember graduating and working way back when with the Eisenhower grants and Dr. Solomon, and it was the first Smart Lab ever in Nanuet School District. And that's how STAC does it. They work with the school districts, they work with the student teachers, and they really make K through 12 education a special experience, in addition for those of us who were honored to go to St. Thomas and had an amazing college career. Just thinking back to August of this year is a prime example of how St. Thomas Aquinas teacher prep program and really everyone in that college community thinks outside the box to work for everyone. We had quite a few of our faculty unable to return to work because they were struggling with finding daycare resources for their school-age children. Why? Because we don't need them. They should have been in school. But because of the pandemic, of course, we had to find care for them. So literally thinking outside the box and reaching out to St. Thomas Aquinas, to Dr. Gajria, Dr. Reynolds, and Professor Markham, we were able to, within literally 3 weeks, develop a program that not only helped St. Thomas student teachers find a place to do their student teaching and graduate on time, but we were able to open up in-person learning for our entire district by opening up a daycare. That is the commitment that STAC brings to the community that they are housed in. They reach out, they think outside the box. They are beyond one of the best community partners with our district.
Thank you to our Education Alumni for taking the time to join us tonight and speak about their time at STAC within the School of Education and how their time here prepared them for the careers they now have in education.
What does it mean to be a Spartan? A Spartan is a person of great courage and discipline. A Spartan is wise and resourceful. A Spartan is strong and a part of an army. STAC is the home of character, ideas, and success, providing an education that ignites the spark from within to achieve together. St. Thomas Aquinas College. Become a Spartan today.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Meenakshi Gajria as this year's winner of the Spartan Award. It is fitting in this year in which we celebrate and salute the consistently excellent and even heroic work of our teachers that we present this award to a woman who has spent her career in the service of training hundreds of prospective teachers at the undergraduate and graduate levels. In colleges and universities, we measure the value of academics in 3 ways: teaching, scholarship, and service. And those metrics make for an effective organization for my introduction tonight. First, the details. Dr. Gajria joined St. Thomas Aquinas College in 1990, coming to us from SUNY New Paltz, and prior to that, Penn State University, where she received her PhD in special education. Prior to that, Dr. Gajria taught in several universities in India, but before that, she started her career as the thing she is at heart, a teacher, teaching science and math for the 6th through 8th grade at the Presentation Convent in New Delhi. Dr. Gajria's exemplary scholarship can be seen in two ways. In her own work, which ranges from published articles in refereed journals to book chapters and presentations at national conferences. However, the other manifestation of her scholarship is equally important. The faculty who have worked for her in the School of Education are strongly encouraged to emulate her model of privileging research teamed with teaching, and have therefore, following her lead, added to the intellectual growth of our faculty, our students, and to the profession itself. In terms of service, Dr. Gajria has served on every committee we have, including being an influential member of our accommodations committee for many years. In 1999, she became the Director of Graduate Education and acting chairperson of the Division of Teacher Education, and became the chair in the following year. In 2012, she was named Dean of the School of Education, and under her direction back in 2001, she undertook the daunting task of attempting to be accredited by NCATE, at the time the most prestigious and hence most difficult accreditation for a school of education to get. Undaunted by the challenges, Meenakshi delivered, and we were accredited in 2004. On a personal note, I must say that Meenakshi was most helpful to me in my own transitions at the college, including becoming provost in 2015, and she remains among my most trusted advisors. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Meenakshi Gajria, this year's winner of the 2021 Spartan Award.
Dr. Murray, thank you for your kind words. And thank you to President Daly, Chairman Skay, the Alumni Association, and everyone watching tonight. I am honored and humbled to be the 2021 recipient of the Spartan Award. Please know that I accept this honor as a salute to our teachers, our 3,000 plus alumni, and specifically the first graduate of St. Thomas Aquinas College, Sister Joan Bierstow, an outstanding educator who I'm sure many of you still fondly remember today. My journey at St. Thomas Aquinas College started in 1990 when I joined the Division of Teacher Education as an assistant professor of special education. St. Thomas had just started their first graduate program in 1987 in special education, and my role was to anchor and grow the graduate program. In the year 2000, I was selected to serve as the chairperson of the division, and more recently in 2012 as the inaugural dean of the School of Education. It has been the greatest honor of my life and a privilege to work with such a dedicated team of faculty members committed to excellence in teacher education and the success of each student. Over the years, we have seen tremendous growth, and the first graduate program has led to graduate degree programs in literacy, autism, Master of Science in Teaching for career changers, and postmaster's certificate programs. Working collaboratively with our Teacher Advisory Council, school leaders from our area school districts, the School of Education is dedicated to preparing talented teachers that are ready to meet the needs of all students in today's diverse classrooms. Our alumni, 3,000 and more strong, are teachers and school leaders in school districts in New York, New Jersey, and beyond, and you have just heard from some of them. They collectively have made us who we are as a teacher preparation college. Our graduates, together with the School of Education faculty and St. Thomas Aquinas College, are proud to be recognized again in the 2021 issue of the Best Colleges by U.S. News and World Reports. Today is a very special day as we honor our teachers. As a teacher, college professor, and researcher, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you how proud I am of our education alumni. Every day, our teachers live the motto of the college, enlighten the mind through truth, and stay true to the guiding belief that every child can learn and every student can be successful, but perhaps not all on the same day or in the same way. Our teachers are lifelong students and problem solvers who are continuously researching the most current instructional strategies and technology to reach the students and ignite in them the passion for learning. They strive to be kind, unbiased, and fair, serving as counselors and mentors, and inspire students to work hard, believe in their own abilities, and foster in them a deep love of thinking. Teachers demonstrate patience, courage, determination, and unwavering commitment to their students each day. Education today has changed the way we look at our educational community. In an instant, in March 2020, we asked not only our own faculty and pre-service teachers, but also our teachers in the field to pivot to a new kind of learning. In an instant, we moved from brick to click. In an instant, our teachers were asked to teach differently, to be a real presence in the virtual worlds of Google Classroom and Zoom. What we learned is that it is our connectedness as educators that will help stay the course for those in our care. What an honor it is to be a part of this profession. Once again, I am humbled to be the 2021 recipient of the Spartan Award, and I accept the Spartan Award on behalf of our teachers and our 3,000 plus alumni who continue to make our educational world better for all of us. Thank you.
The opportunities at St. Thomas Aquinas College for students to succeed are endless.
With new scholarships available, even more students have the opportunity to benefit from a STAC education.
As both students and athletes, we receive the tools to achieve in sports and in the classroom.
If you're looking for that next step, if you're looking for a place to grow, then STAC is definitely the right choice for you.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight at our virtual Hall of Fame event for 2021. Particularly delighted that we're able to honor the School of Education, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Gajria, and of course all of the alumni teachers that you've seen come on the program as well. You know, it comes back to what we're all about, which is our students. And in this particular year, we're also delighted that we could find the time to get together, celebrate really our frontline workers who are teachers, educating younger people to come through their education and ultimately, potentially, of course, come to STAC. And we're really particularly also proud of our sponsor for tonight, Sterling National Bank. They've been great friends of the college for many, many years. And of course, we would love it if you would find it in your heart to donate to our brand new scholarship, the Spartan Educators Scholarship. And in particular, I have to remind you that every dollar that we raise for this event will be matched dollar for dollar by the college, thanks to President Daly's commitment to do so. So again, a big opportunity for us to help future students in the School of Education come through SCAC, enjoy the experience of being at STAC, and help us manifest our mission to enlighten the mind through truths. So we hope to see you next year, January 28, 2022. Please keep it on your calendar. Thanks again for your support. Thanks for viewing, and God bless.